You are watching The Dawn Show here on WMCN TV, and you're looking at an adoptable, adorable pet, Shadow, held by Dr. Judy Morgan of Clayton Veterinary Associates. These dogs have the most amazing demeanor, and they're so soft, so I have no doubt that they're going to be adopted quickly. But we want to talk about some exciting things that you have coming up. Your Sunday webinars.
My Sunday webinars are great.
Which are a hit.
They're a big hit. We've had a lot of followers, and they're food webinars, and so we will be doing our third one this Sunday, but they are archived, and you can go back and look at the first and second. And we talk about how to read the food labels so that you know what those ingredients mean that are listed on the bag or on the can or on the box, and how to know which formulation would be the best for your particular pet, whether that be canned or dry or raw or freeze-dried. And this week we'll be talking about how to make your own home-cooked dog food and how to formulate your own raw if you decide that you want to do raw feeding. And each week it builds, and we'll talk about specific diseases that can be treated with using food, for instance, diabetes or arthritis, any disease you can think of.
I mean, a lot of people don't think about this because, which is now that we're talking about it, I mean, you think, well, we read the labels and we're thinking about our health. We should think about our pets' health. But sometimes you'll go to the big store and you see the big bag and it's for a really great price. Right. And your point is, you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for, and one of the things that really bothers me is when I see sugar or high fructose corn syrup in pet food. It has no place to be in pet food. It might taste good, but it's sort of like feeding your kids candy all day. Why would you feed your pets candy all day? It causes so many problems. There's no need for dyes in the pet food. The dogs don't even see the color in the pet food. That's purely for the consumer. We don't want to see byproducts. We don't want to see waste products, and that's what's in a lot of dog food.
So how many times a day do you feed your dogs?
My dogs eat twice a day.
Twice a day, okay. And so you're feeding them the raw foods, but in other words, a lot of people say, well, you can't give your animal chicken, but if it's not cooked, they can actually eat the bones?
Yes, absolutely. Shadow actually eats 3 times a day because she's a mommy. She has to make the dairy bar. But yes, if you feed bones that are raw, they're not going to splinter and they're not going to cause problems. So raw meaty bones are great for working the teeth and gums. The marrow is actually very healthy for them.
Okay. So the other big event that you have coming up is the Bark Ruff Ruff BQ. So it's the first annual Bark BQ, Saturday, July 13th. It's 11 to 3. So what can people expect from your Bark BQ?
The Bark BQ is shaping up to be really fun. We have at least 20 rescue groups that are going to be there with adoptable animals, and each one of them will be looking for donations. So, and at the end of the day, we will match whoever raises the most money. We are going to match, so somebody's going to walk away with some decent money for their rescue group. Hopefully we'll get some pets adopted. There will also be a dog show, so you can bring your pets. We'll have a costume class and some silly things, longest ear, shortest tail, whatever. Tours of the hospital. We will have chiropractic adjustments available for pets, as well as laser treatments. There will be vendors selling items and lots of food, and I think it's just going to be really fun.
Oh, it sounds like a fun time. Now, what do you mean by laser treatments? We showed it on a previous show, but I just want to...
Therapy laser, as far as treating arthritis, sprains, strains, that sort of thing. We'll be doing free microchipping. So if you have a pet that you would like to get microchipped and would like to have it done at no cost, that would be the day.
Yeah, and this is so huge. We were on vacation, and a family member was staying in the house, and I got a call from Springfield Township Police, who were so nice to call and say, "Buddy, I think is out looking for you guys." So we needed the chip. So it's so important to think of all those things.
Yes, absolutely.
So when you have the Bark BQ, would Shadow and puppies be along? If people want to meet them in person?
Shadow and the puppies probably will not be, because I think it will be too big of an event for the puppies. I think it would just be a little overwhelming for Shadow.
Okay.
So she probably will not be there. If the puppies were 6 weeks old, maybe.
Okay.
But I think they're a little too young, but there will certainly be other dogs that are available.
You know, when it's hot out, as it has been, 90+ degree weather, I had somebody visiting, and because my dog is still he has his issues and he doesn't want another dog in the house. So I literally started up the minivan, got it cold, and the family member's dog was in the minivan, and my husband said, they can be outside. And I said, no, they can't. So what's your word on that? I mean, for a dog to be out, let's say for 45 minutes at 3 p.m. when it's 90 degrees.
If they don't have shade and some cold water available, that's going to be a problem. They really should not be left out. Really, we let our dogs out on those days for 5 minutes and bring them right back in, even if they have shade available.
5 minutes.
Yeah, you have to realize that if they're on grass, it's okay, but if they're on your deck or on a concrete surface around the pool or a paved area, that's going to burn their pads. When they sit or lie down on that, it can burn their skin of their stomach and their little patootie. So,
so I love when I'm right. So I had
yes.
I had the visiting dog in the minivan.
Yeah. So
with the AC on.
As long as the AC is on and it's running.
It was cranked.
Yeah. So they really cannot be left outside for long periods of time. With the humidity, particularly if you have one of the breeds of dogs that we call brachiocephalic, the ones with the pushed-in noses. They absolutely cannot tolerate the humidity. They can't breathe, and they will have a heat stroke quicker than you can blink an eye. So you need to be really, really careful. We had our dogs in the 4th of July parade on a float. They got very hot, even just riding on the float. We kept dousing them in water, and as soon as I got them home, everyone I took in the pool.
Aww.
Because they needed to cool off. They don't like to swim, they didn't like it, but they needed to cool off because they were really
you're
hot.
such a good soul. Dr. Judy, thank you so much, and we look forward to the barbecue.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll be right back as the Dawn Show continues. Thanks, Shadow.
Mm-hmm.